I would just touch on a few things, and I'm going to turn the floor over to Ms. Carey. We have a few things in front of us. We have an agenda that I think everyone was emailed a copy of. If you don't have the email, please shoot a note in the note section. We can forward it to you. But for those who do have this, what we're going to do is we're going to go over a few of these things. We're going to try our best to cover this, but we have a wonderful presentation that Ms. Curry put together for us. And then after that, what I'm going to do is, before we adjourn, I'm going to go over a few things of what we should expect over the next few days, okay? Because we do have a lot of work in front of us, and we have a unlimited time to try to get some of these benchmarks met. So, without any other delay, I'm going to turn the floor over to Ms. Carey from the County Executive's Office. Thank you, Ms. Carey.
Thank you, Chairman. And I think I just saw Mr. Burrows. He is joining right now. So,
Great timing.
yeah. Mr. Burrows, can you hear us? I see him.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. You have perfect timing. The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for agreeing to serve the people of Prince George's County, specifically the individuals for the 6 mile radius of the MGM Casino. This LDC is so pivotal to District 8, and I'm thankful to work with each and every one of you. Through this fund, we've done some big things like making community college 100% tuition free, to setting aside millions of dollars to help our senior citizens pay their property taxes, mortgages, utility bills, to giving out hundreds of thousands, probably over $1 million in scholarships at this point. So I look forward to working with each and every one of you. And I'm just thankful to you all for serving. I want to thank your chair, Kendall, for accepting this enormous responsibility, and really each and every one of you. Whatever I can do to help you, count me in.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Burrows. We appreciate you. So if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to first allow Kimberly Harris, who is the Director of Community Impact in the County Executive's Office, to give brief remarks.
Thank you.
Kimberly?
Thank you, Sheila. And I went off camera just so I can hear you all better. I'm having a little bit of a connection issue, but on behalf of the county executive, Aisha Braveboy, I want to thank you for your service and commitment to the residents of Prince George's County. As Sheila mentioned, my name is Kimberly Harris. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you all, but I am the director of the Office of Community Impact, working directly with Sheila and Alana on the Local Development Council, as well as other initiatives that we have going on. To our new council members, welcome. We appreciate your willingness to serve and contribute your expertise in this important body of work that we have before us. If there are any returning members on the call, thank you for your continued leadership and dedication. Your knowledge and experience remain a vital part of this council as we move forward. The county executive really views the local development council as an essential partner in advancing inclusive growth, community engagement, and really neighborhood level investment in District 8. And we look forward to collaboratively working with you all and supporting you through this process. We are here to support you through this process, our team, and Sheila will talk about the ways in which we'll do that with her presentation. But I just wanted to welcome you again. I'm really excited about this work. And Councilmember Burrows and team, thank you for your support and partnership as well. With that, I'll turn it back over to Chairman Wade.
Thank you so much, Ms. Harris. We appreciate you, and we definitely appreciate your service to our county and all the help that you're going to lend us. Because I know I've already been knocking down Sheila's phone, so yours is next. Okay. At this time, the chair now recognizes Ms. Carey.
Thank you so much. Also, and this is up to you, Mr. Chairman, if we could go around and sort of introduce ourselves, because some of us are new. So if that's okay to do that before I go into this presentation, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Also, one of the things I do want to kind of lay out for our next meeting is some sort of attendance, right? And
Hmm.
we'll do a roll call of some sort. But
Yes.
yes, for the moment while we're getting situated, right?
Okay.
I think that's a great idea. Please.
Okay, great. So first of all, I'd like to, you've met Kimberly Harris with the Office of Community Impact. I'm as well with the Office of Community Impact. I know many of you already. And so I'd like to pass it off to Alana Lester, who also works with us in Community Impact.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alana Lester, and I serve as the administrative coordinator for the Office of Community Impact. So, like Mrs. Curry said, I work alongside her and Ms. Harris, and I've had the honor of being in the accounting executive office for about 2 years now. So I'm happy to be here, happy to meet everyone, and looking forward to working alongside the council.
Great. Thank you, Alana. So I'm just going to read the names as I see them on my screen, okay? They may not be in any particular order, but just as I see them, I'm going to call out names and you introduce yourself. Okay, we'll first start with the lovely Danny Moore King.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Danny Moore King, and I am a returning member of the LDC. So I'm super excited for this new term to start up under our new leadership and what the LDC will be bringing and doing. I'm here for it all. So nice to meet you all. I just a quick overview of myself. I am also one of the Prince George's County Democratic Central Committee reps for District 26 here, and really, really proud of the work that we're doing. And I'm also a candidate for state delegate for District 26 right now. So just excited about what is to come here in Prince George's County and excited to each one of you all. Good evening again.
Thank you, Danny. Okay, Lamont Green.
Good evening, everyone. Lamont Green here, newest member of the LDC. I'm happy to be here. As I said last week, I'm here to work. So whatever we need to get done in order to make the goals and accomplishments of our residents come true, I'm here. So nice to see y'all again. And whatever you need, I'm here.
Thank you. Okay, Earl O'Neill.
Oh, my name is Earl O'Neill. I'm a community activist in Fort Washington, specifically Piscataway Hills. I guess I'm the newest member because it told me I was on it, but I didn't know about the last meeting. But I'm willing to do what I can, and I think I've been around a little bit and see what we can help to make this county better, specifically District 8.
All right. Thank you, Mr. O'Neill. All right, Chairman Wade, I know we all know you, but would you like to just say a few words about yourself?
Sure. I'm Kendall Wade, and I chair the LDC. I'm not much to write home about. I'm a Leo. I like Thai food, and uh, that's pretty much it about me. I'm a simple
Yeah.
guy.
All right, that's good. All right, Miss Noble.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Paula Noble, and um I like Thai food too. I'm Sagittarius, but I'm in Forest Heights, and I've been here for a long time. So right next door to the MGM, in the
Mhm.
6 mile radius, of course, and looking forward to just doing more great things, representing the county and just seeing all that we can do together as a team. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. Miss Monroe.
Good evening again. I'm Plachette Monroe from the Office of Councilmember Burrows. And remember, I told you, don't call me, call Miss Curry.
Oh, thank you, Pushette. She's our resident comedian, as you all can see. All right, Miss Morant. You're still on mute.
Yeah.
Still.
You can probably unmute her.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Maybe we
unmute
can
her.
ask to unmute. There you go. Thank you.
There we go.
There you
Good
are.
evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm Kiana Morant. I'm super excited to be a part of this wonderful committee. And I'm just excited to work alongside of everyone. That's it.
Thank you. All right. Miss Worku.
Hello, everyone. I am Batel Worku. I am a proud and lifelong resident of District 8 over here in Birchwood, Oxon Hill. I am a active volunteer server of the Student Leadership Academy, and I'm just really excited as one of the newer members of the LDC to be serving alongside you all. So, yay.
Thank you. All right, Miss Conroy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate. I am a Camp Springs resident. I love living in District 8, and I've gotten to work with Chairman Councilmember Burrows on recent some legislative changes and have really enjoyed since moving here, getting to know my community and being involved in positive change and look forward to being able to do even more of that with you all.
Thank you. And we have our wonderful delegate, the Honorable Jamila Woods, on the call.
Good evening, everyone. Praying all is well with everyone. I'm Maryland State Delegate Jamila Woods, Legislative District 26, which of course covers District 8, District 9, and parts of District 7. And I am the state representative on the LDC and very glad to be here and working and collaborating with you all.
Wonderful. Thank you, Delegate Woods. We have Mr. Ernest Lewis.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ernest Lewis. I am an executive with MGM National Harbor. I have been with MGM for about 16 years now. I am excited to work in this particular area. I've been here now for 6 years, which is, we tell the company that this is the best casino in our portfolio because of you guys in the surrounding area. So thank you for having me. I am a returning member as well. My specific title is I'm a vice president of engineering. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Okay, Brandon Johnson.
Hello, everyone. Hi, thank you here. My name is Brandon Johnson, a new member of this council and super excited to be here. My professional background is in digital communications, public relations, and mass media overall. And I'm connected to District 8 basically by blood, like from Fort Foot Elementary School to Oxon Hill Middle to Oxon Hill High School. I am super excited to be able to lend a hand to this council and give insight into ways to make the county better. And I'm happy to see some familiar faces here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. All right, next is Stacy Carter.
Sorry about that. I
there
forgot to unmute. Here I am. I forgot to unmute myself. Sorry. I'm Stacy Carter. I'm actually just I work for MGM. I am just here to find out about the committee. I'm an interested party. I actually live in Virginia, but I work for MGM, and I am the president of local union at MGM for the dealers union, local 2503. So I decided that I would sit in and find out what MGM's doing for the community, because even though I live in Virginia, this is my hometown, and I want to know what great things we're doing too.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Carter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ms. Calhoun.
Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Nubia Calhoun, and I work in the council member's office.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think last is Tequila Taylor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tequila Taylor. I'm here on behalf of Senator Muse. He could not be on the call tonight, but I'm just happy to be here, and we'll take any information back to him that's necessary.
Thank you so much, Ms. Taylor. Okay, I think that's everybody. Did I miss anyone? All righty, so I think we're good to go. All right, Mr. Chair, would you like for me to go ahead with the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, everyone. All right, can everybody see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, great. All righty, so this PowerPoint really is just a overall explanation of the state law, the county law, and the local development council's role, as well as the county executive's role, county council, in this process. Okay, and feel free to stop me anywhere if you'd like to ask a question, or you could put it in the chat. Or Mr. Chairman, you can stop me at any moment if you'd like me to give some further detail on any segment of this.
Wonderful. What I will do is I will monitor the chat and I will chime in as people send their messages in the chat.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first thing we have here, this is the Maryland state law, the Maryland statute, okay, that this is all governed under. So it is section 9-1A-31. And this section of the law is for the purpose of explaining how the local impact grants should be spent. And this funding comes from video lottery terminal taxes. So at MGM and at every county in the state of Maryland that has a gaming facility, the revenue and then the tax on that revenue comes down to those counties. Okay, so that's this funding. It's state mandated. So that we have six gaming facilities in the state of Maryland, and also Pimlico Racetrack also, benefits from this. They don't have slot machines, but they do get a portion of this funding. So of course, oh, sorry. There is the Hollywood Casino in Cecil County, Ocean Downs Casino in Berlin, Maryland, the Live Casino in Anne Arundel, Rocky Gap in Allegheny County, Horseshoe in Baltimore City, and of course MGM. And then everybody knows Pimlico Racetrack is in Baltimore City. The Maryland state law says that this section of the law says that the funding that each county receives from each county that has a gaming facility that I had listed will use their funding in the immediate proximity of their gaming facility. And for that, it's MGM, and it's a 6-mile radius. Okay. And the purposes and the use for this funding is as listed: infrastructure improvements, facilities, public safety, sanitation, economic and community development, including housing, and other public services and improvements. So that's in the Maryland state law. The immediate proximity of MGM, there's a link here. I'm going to click it and this is also on our website. On our county government's website. So you or anybody else can go on this website and find out if you're within that 6-mile radius. Okay, so you can put your address here. So I'm just going to put, anyway, you guys know how to use it. Just put your address here. If your address comes up and it fits in this 6-mile radius, it'll put a little dot there and show you where it is. So you will know nonprofits, businesses, anybody can come on this website and click it and show you. It'll tell you if you're within that 6-mile radius. Okay. All right. The Maryland state law says that when we get this funding from the state, it comes directly from the state of Maryland to Prince George's County, right? 40% right off the top goes to infrastructure needs and improvements to Maryland Route 10, which is Indian Head Highway. It cannot exceed $15 million in any fiscal year. Okay, so 40% off of the top every year goes right to Route 10. 210, I'm sorry. The rest, the other 60% of that funding, $125,000 goes to the impact area, 2.5-mile radius of MGM, and that's really Forest Heights. So that $125,000 goes to Forest Heights directly. It's state law, goes right to them. Okay. The rest is controlled by state law as well as county law. There are 4 county bills that have been adopted since 2015. And 2015 because the casino MGM opened in the fall of 2016. So I think they were preparing for this. So in 2015, they adopted CB 33, which says that 50% of this funding has to go to education. I think a minimum of 50%, because of course there could be more. In 2017, they adopted CB 2022. 25% should go to Crossland High School. That's in the law, in the county law. It's capped at 2.2 million plus the consumer price index. 2022 CB 99 was adopted. It expands the 50% education to use for nonprofits with educational programs. 2024 CB 32 was adopted, and it expands education again to include senior citizens programs. Okay, those are county laws. All right, what's not in Maryland law or county law? Maryland and county law is silent on Prince George's County. I'm sorry, this thing is covering it up a little bit. Sorry. Okay. Prince George's County Local Development Council receiving any portion of the local impact grant funding to award to nonprofits. So it's saying that the local development council, it's silent on the fact of whether the local council should receive any of this funding. Okay, in any way, shape, or form. It comes to the Prince George's County, but it doesn't say any of it will come to the local development council directly. The second thing it's silent on is that whether the local development council has any oversight on how any of the funding is awarded. Okay. Once it is awarded, though, to Prince George's County, the county executive and the Prince George's County Council will review it and send it to you guys for your comments and your recommendations. Okay, but the LDC doesn't vote on how the money is spent. The Prince George's County Council votes on how it is spent. They get the final vote on how the plan will be done. So are there any questions right here? Let me just ask that question before I move on. Okay. All right, relevant law, Maryland state law. A local development council shall be established in each geographic area where a video lottery facility is located. So those are the 6 that I showed you plus Pimlico. They have already been established. All the casinos are open and running. A local development council shall be appointed by the chief executive of each county. So our county executive has appointed every one of you. And in consultation with the senators, delegates, and the Prince George's County Council, in this, the Mr. Burrows' office, the District 8 council member. Local Development Council members. They're composed of residents, business owners, community leaders that are in the 6-mile radius, the close proximity of MGM National Harbor. So that's all of you. All right, appointed by Prince George's County Executive in consultation with the senators, delegates, and county members, county council members. So state law says that one senator from District 26, and that's Senator Muse, that Tequila is representing tonight. 2 delegates, 2 state delegates, one of which is on the call tonight. That is Delegate Woods. And the other one is Delegate Turner, but she's not on the call tonight.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to cut in. If I
Sure.
may, Delegate Turner did text me requesting an excused absence.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I'm trying to log in.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. We'll make note of that. The next is one representative from MGM National Harbor, and Mr. Lewis is on the call tonight representing MGM. And we have seven residents from the community or that 6 mile radius, and four representatives from businesses or institutions, of course, located within the 6 mile radius. So everybody on this call or on this body, this council, represents that 6 mile radius around MGM, state law. Okay. And here we are. Here's everybody as of January 1. Senator Muse, Delegate Turner, and Delegate Turner was the vice chair last year, and then you guys get to vote and select your own vice chair, and Chairman Wade will walk you through that process, but currently she still is the vice chair until you select a new one. Or keep her, it's up to you guys. Delegate Woods, Ernest Lewis from MGM, the county residents, and we do have to fill in Mr. O'Neill, I think, is on the call, as well as Mr. Brandon Johnson as one of the representatives of business and institutions. They will receive their letters in the next few days. But that's the 15-member council right there, and that's in state law, 15 members. All right, so Local Development Council, three primary roles, also in the state law. First one is consultation on the expenditures of the local impact funds to serve as an advisory body to Prince George's County Executive and Prince George's County Council. The LDC shall advise the county on the impact of the facility on the communities and the needs and priorities of the communities in the immediate proximity of MGM. So your role is an advisory role, okay? The second one and the third one are already have happened. The review of the MGM National Harbor Master Plan and the consultation on the development of the Comprehensive Transportation Plan. Of course, those have both happened, but these, I put the law here as it was stated originally when this all started. Additional criteria for LDC. Members are appointed to the LDC again by the county executive and serve at the pleasure of the county executive for 1-year terms. The terms are renewable up to 3 times for a total of 4 years, but the renewals are not automatic. Every year, the county executive will review and select those members each year. So you can be renewed, but it's not automatic. She can select a different person. The chair of the LDC shall be appointed by the county executive. The vice chair of the LDC shall be elected by you guys, by the LDC members. And Mr. Wade will go through that this evening, and you guys will have discussion about that tonight. Officers shall serve for 1-year annual terms. So that's the chair and the vice chair, 1-year annual terms. Again, the county executive it's not automatic. She can select a new chair every year. You guys can select a new vice chair every year. And the vice chair is elected by, of course, your members. So the office of the county executive, our role, that would be Kimberly Harris, myself, Alana Lester. Also typically on these calls is the Office of Management and Budget. They are always on the call because, of course, they handle the money in the county. All money coming in, all money going out. It's their role, right? They couldn't join tonight because they're going through budget process, and I think they're listening sessions and things like that across the county. So our role, we are in a support role, the Office of the County Executive. We don't run your meetings for you. That's your job. Chairman, vice chairman, you run your own meetings. We are here as a support to you. So we will keep the operating procedures as amended. You guys can amend those. I think I sent everyone a copy of the procedures in the email on Friday. We'll schedule and coordinate meetings. We'll assist the chair with meeting agenda preparation, sending out the agenda to meeting to everybody before the meetings. And remember, the LDC is also subject to the Open Meetings Act, the Maryland Open Meetings Act. So this is all public. These are public meetings. Anybody can join to listen in, but this is your meeting, okay? But they are public and we have to record them. The meetings are recorded. Alana takes the minutes. You will vote on them the next meeting, and then we will post them on our website. Everything is on that website because it's public. Um, yep, taking minutes. The recordings will be on the county's YouTube page for anybody to view. On the website, and I think I put a link to our website in the email last Friday, there are monthly video lottery terminal monthly reports that are posted there that we get from the state. So you'll see every month how much the county is earning or how much MGM is earning in revenue and how much tax we receive from it every month. So you'll see that every month so that at the end of the fiscal year, you'll see how that big multi-year spending plan is produced. We monitor emails, so we do have an email where you can send us questions, comments, and that is the PGC LDC grants at the COPGMDUS. And Alana, if you could put that in the chat box for everybody, that would be great. Keeping a current membership list containing names, addresses, telephone numbers of everybody. Maintaining all documents, every document, the law, state law, county law, everything is on the website. Any administrative duties requested by the chair to the extent that funding by the county executive's office allows. All documents shall be posted on the website, again, because it's public, it's subject to the Maryland Open Meetings Act.
Can I ask the question real quick?
Of course.
Now, when you say website, you talk about the PGCLDC website.
Yes, and that is within the county's large website. So if you
Okay,
go
all
to
right.
Prince George's County MD.gov and go to county executives page, maybe Lana, you could put a link to the LDC's website or web page in the chat. That would be great. But it is a part of the county executives website.
Okay, just go to county exec and then you go to the website. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, so the first
Okay,
thing
all
is
right.
to get to the county's website,
Right,
Prince George,
right.
yeah, and then go to county executive,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to community, and then LD, local development council.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so this is really the meaty part, the multi-year spending plan process. That's what we're in right now. So I think Kimberly sent out the multi-year spending plan last Thursday, I think it was. Um, and I sent it out again as just a follow-up in the Friday email. So the county executive proposes a multi-year spending plan for the use of funds and submits to the Prince George's County Council. So the county executive gets this funding and OMB receives it and she produces a plan. So that's the multi-year spending plan. And it's multi-year because it's 3 years out. So currently we're doing 26, 27, and 28, right? So she devises the plan, and then once she devises it the way she thinks the funding should be spent, she sends it down to the county council, the Prince George's County Council. The council has 30 days to review it and respond with comments and recommendations. So once they send it back to the county executive with their comments or changes or whatever they think, their recommendations, then it goes down to you guys, to the local development council. So that's what you've received. And under state law, Maryland state law says the local development council has 45 days to respond and share any comments or recommendations that you guys have because you live in the 6 mile radius. You live there, you have businesses there. So you can comment on this multi-year spending plan and you have 45 days to do that. Okay, so once you guys do that, you will send it back to us. You will send it back to me and Alana, Kimberly, and the District 8 team. And then the county executive potentially can change it, okay, based on your feedback. She may not, okay, but she will receive your feedback um, and potentially change it. But the potentially revised plan, spending plan now goes through, once she's said, okay, I've received it, might change this or that, I might not, I'll leave it the same. Then it goes down back to the Prince George's County Council and it starts the legislative session or the process where the council will review it again, make changes, not make changes. They do everything they can to take everybody's comments and recommendations into consideration. But once they get that plan the way they want it, then they vote on it. Okay. And then they vote on it and it's done. Okay. And typically they have a public hearing at the county council on this legislation and the plan. But Maryland law says that public hearing is at the request of you, the local development council. So you can request it that you have a hearing, a public hearing. You don't have to, but you can request it if you want. Okay. So this is just an example of the multi-year spending plan from last year, 2025. So I'm just gonna, this looks very similar to what I sent in the email last week for 2026. But I just wanted to use this as an example, and I'm just going to skip to the next slide because there's an explanation on how we got to the real number at the top, the 9.7 million. I want to show you how we got there so you can sort of have some idea of how we get to these numbers. So for FY 2025, last year, the state of Maryland sent Prince George's County $16.2 million at the very top from the video lottery terminal tax. That was our allocation of the tax paid by the state of Maryland to Prince George's County. And remember in the previous slide where I said 40% right off the top goes to Route 210. So 6 million of the 16 went right to improvements to Maryland Route 210.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Of course.
So that 40% technically goes to the Maryland Department of Transportation to improve 210. Am I correct in saying that?
So no, not initially. It stays in the county government's, bucket, but it is used for 210. So how that's distributed, that's a whole nother discussion that's probably going to take me too long to try to explain
Okay,
that
all right.
right
I
here.
just want to know because
But
I'm
yeah,
just
but
saying that.
it's all for 210. It's not for anything else. And that's state law. That's state law. It has to be used for Route 210.
And I'm just saying because I just wouldn't, when they say all for 210, I just want to know when they say 210, do that mean just the infrastructure fixing it or businesses on 210 or what on 210? That's what I mean, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of,
I got you. So
yeah.
Delegate Woods has her hand raised. She might have the answer for you.
Actually, I do not have the answer.
Oh.
And I was hoping my question is actually similar to Mr. O'Neill's because I want to know if there is a breakdown that tells us how those monies were used for 210. And as he said, specifically in what areas did we see improvements made? Because I have not seen that.
Okay, so you know what? I'm writing that down. So then in our next meeting, I can, well, actually, I could send it to you maybe before the next meeting, but in the next meeting, hopefully, I will have that breakdown for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. No worries. All right, 40%. All right.
Ms. Noble has her
Ms.
hand
Carey.
up.
I'm sorry, Miss Noble.
Yes, I'm still on 210 as well.
Mhm.
And I guess because we know 210 starts, at the DC line. And so I guess and I guess like the delegate, I'm trying to see where have we had any improvements on 210, but how far is it going? Is it going to Charles County or is it stopping right in Prince George's?
I got you. So
You know what I
it
mean?
definitely would be all of just Prince George's, but that's an OMB question. So that's why they're typically on the call. So I've
It's
got the question and I'll reach out to OMB to try to get that answer for you to see how it's broken down
okay,
and
because see,
how it's
Thank
been
you.
spent.
Miss
Mm-hmm.
Perry,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
can I
sir.
say something? Because see,
Absolutely.
I think one reason the county councilman had me on this board,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna just be honest with y'all now.
Mm-hmm.
See, because when you say 210 and you talking about this $6 million, and if it's called an improvement, um, I want to know if any black businesses getting some of that business on the other $6 million. You know what I mean? The
I
improved looks good,
understand.
because see, when we talk about 210 and we talk about construction, we didn't had a problem. Even I won't get into it. We black folks don't get a piece of the pot of that 6 million. And we happy 210's fixed, but people, businesses, and black businesses, I said black businesses, ain't getting a piece of that action. That's all I'm saying. Because that's why I'm worried about 210. You know what I mean?
I got you. Nope, I
Yeah.
got that as a part of
Okay.
your question and understood.
Miss Carey, can I jump in for a moment?
Absolutely.
Members of the body, everyone's points are definitely very important, and I have my questions as well. Prior to this meeting, when I was meeting with her as well as the councilman, we're going to put some things in place, and it's going to be a part of the conversation we're going to have prior to us concluding. There's going to be a lot of numbers we're going to be seeing all night, on top of all the numbers that we've been emailed, and all of us want clear breakdowns from where this money is going, what are the promises, what's the expectation, what is going to be the return on our investment. We're definitely putting something in place to have each of these line items be able to answer that same question. So what I want to do is, for the sake of time, I want us to get through this slide that she's going to send all of us, and this will be a part of the questions that we're going to submit prior to sending up to the county executive. Fair enough?
That's
Fair
very
enough.
fair.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Tim.
Okay.
Thank you, Chairman. Okay, so the 60% of the 16.2 million is the 9.7 million, remember, that you saw on the previous slide at the top. So that's how we start our multi-year spending plan. Okay, so we get the 16 million from the state, and this is just for 2025. The numbers change every year. 40% to 210, 60%, the 9.7 is where we start the spending plan. Okay, and then it goes through, the education piece that I talked about, other nonprofits. There's the 125 to Forest Heights. So it goes through, and you guys get to review. That's why we sent you the 2026 plan. You will review all of the line items where they've decided that they, think this money should go. So that's your job now that you have the 2026 multi-year spending plan, to review it and give us your comments. Okay. So this is the last piece of my presentation. We did, as I was doing this, I thought I would reach out. We reached out to some of the other casinos in the state of Maryland to see how their LDCs run, because each one of them has a local development council. So for Prince George's County, ours typically meet every month on the third Wednesday. Now, you guys and Mr. Wade will take you through this later on. You don't have to meet monthly. We usually have a recess July and August, but it's up to you when you have these meetings. But typically in the past, they've been monthly. That's our board makeup, 15 members, which I've talked about. And of course, our role, the county executive's role, as well as the Office of Management and Budget's role. So we spoke with Anne Arundel County, Maryland Live. They do monthly meetings as well through September to May. They don't have meetings in the summer and December, which is probably because of the holiday. Their spending process, their LDC doesn't manage their grant process at all. Uh, they opened an Anne Arundel Community Development Services organization, and they run this grants process. Funding is awarded to county agencies, nonprofit organizations, and the LDC serves in an advisory role, just like ours does. Board makeup is the same, except for their board has, or their council has, The county budget director of planning and the council chair in Anne Arundel County serve in ex officio members, which typically means non-voting. Well, in their case, it meant non-voting. But that's how theirs is run, a little different from ours. Baltimore City Horseshoe, they meet only to review the plan, only meet to review the plan. And of course, theirs is an advisory role, and theirs is a little different as far as their spending, where they do cost reimbursement. So the organizations that receive this money, the only way they get it is by submitting invoices and then being reimbursed for it. Okay, so that's how they do theirs. The LDC is not involved at all in deciding who receives the grant funding. Theirs is just advising, making recommendations and comments. Same makeup of their board. Their staff is pretty much, well, their staff is Baltimore City Planning serves as the staff. The city's mayor, of course, comes up with the plan, and the LDC reviews it. So that part's similar. Baltimore City for Pimlico, they just have about 5 public meetings a year. Theirs is all really centered around Park Heights and the master plan there. They have a very similar, the board is the same, and most of this process for Pimlico is run by the Pimlico Development Authority because it's a little bit different. The last one we talked to was Cecil County, Hollywood Casino up in Perryville, very different. They meet once every 3 years because the plan is 3 years, right? So they meet once every 3 years. That's very different from us. And they only meet if something changes though in the middle, they might meet to discuss that, but they really only meet once in every 3 years. And of course, theirs goes to their Route 40, which is up there by the casino for improvements for the road. Their makeup of their board is the same, and their staff, the Department of Planning and Economic Development, staff the LDC there. So that's pretty much it for me in my presentation. So, any questions before I stop sharing? We're good? Okay. All right, I'll pass it over to you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Curry, for such a thorough breakdown. And I do understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, you will be sending this, if you haven't done so already, to everyone. So you have this. Also, something that I don't know if she didn't click it during the presentation, but in the presentation, there is a link where if you click it, you can be able to type an address in, and the address will let you know if a particular business or particular home or organization fall within that 6-mile radius. It kind of like a cheat sheet to let us know who we are able to help and who's not eligible per se. Delegate I saw it, an emoji was.
That was just glad to hear that.
Okay. Nevertheless, a few things that I want to touch on before I open up the floor, just for any business prior to us concluding. When it comes to the matter of vice chair, what I would like to do, instead of us voting this evening on a vice chair, I would like for everyone to please submit a summary, a bio, anything that you want to say about yourself. Let's submit all of that to Ms. Carey. Let her comprise one email, and that can go out to everyone. So we can all just know a little more about each other, so we can see not only who will be fit to be the vice chair, but also with leading our subcommittees. Okay. We don't have to wait until next month to vote on that. But the sooner we can get that information in, compile that information together, and send it out to everyone, and everyone can kind of read up on each other. Once everyone feel like they've had an opportunity to do that, maybe we can call a meeting after that, something kind of informal, but yet formal enough to vote on who will serve as a vice chair as well as committee persons.
And remember, you always have to have a quorum to vote.
Yes, ma'am.
That's 8 members.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Also, prior to us leaving, next steps. So, as you all very well know, Councilman O'Neill is a real-time example of persons being in transition, in the midst of a transition. So considering that we have this budget in front of us, we have this proposal in front of us that everyone should have in their email. While we are allotted by law 45 days to be able to look over this and submit our comments, it is, Councilman Green, I'm going to recognize you in one moment. What I'm going to ask of you all, if we can please expedite that to submit our remarks by Friday. Please hear me out. What we're going to do is, I don't want us, because of bureaucracy, to hold up the process that the county is going to need in order to get the funding out to these organizations. Now, I do want to make sure due process is in place, but considering the impact from the federal government, the Trump administration, and many different other things that have impacted our residents as well as community members, I don't want to hold up any other resources that they may need, considering what they've currently been through and currently coming out of. So I would ask if everyone could please submit those questions into us by Friday, so that we can compile those things, and then we can submit those things to the county so they can do their part. I think that's everything that I have. Councilman Green, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Chairman Wade. I'm not a councilman, but I will take I will take that compliment. Um, I have a question regarding the vice chair. How long has Delegate Turner been in this position? Because I'm unaware.
The last year, I
Just
think, for
this
1 year.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Number one, I didn't get the information that Miss Curry talked about on Friday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
I'll make sure that you get it tomorrow
okay.
morning.
Now in the comments you're talking about, Chairman, is comment on the budget. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. That's a good question. Well, when you actually get this sheet, which is the proposal draft, the spending plan, it has the different places, organizations, in different pockets in the community where the funding has kind of been broken down. And basically, what we're going to do is we're going to look over this and we're going to submit, responses. Say, well, maybe we think that we should add more programs or adjust the funding for this, and maybe push more funding towards that. But another part of us being able to make a more intellectual and educated response on these things will be that breakdown that I talked to Ms. Curry about. So, in the spirit of transparency, um, coming in trying to clean up, reorganize, and restructure the LDC. One of the things that I want to be big on is transparency. Not only transparency, because the community expects us to be transparent, but we're going to need people in the community to be transparent with us as well. And that's going to go back to us understanding every role and responsibility down to what they're promising us and what we're going to look for in return, in timelines. So we're working on that in real time, but in the meantime we're going to get over to you everything that we all have, and make sure that you're on the same page as us as well.
I don't want to be a naysayer, but I think, to me, I think Friday is kind of quick. I mean, what is the deadline? Is it Monday? When is the deadline that the council got to have it? I think Monday would be a better about it. Monday. That's just me. I'm just saying that.
No, I definitely appreciate it. What I'm going to do is I will reach out to the county. I'm going to reach out to the county council and also send a note to the county executive's office. I mean, formally, right? I mean, I know we have representatives on the call, but I'll let them know formally that the council is requesting to turn in our comments by Monday. I don't see what one more business day will hurt. So I'll put that in there.
Okay.
Okay, Councilwoman Nobles.
Yes, I had a quick question on the spending plan. Under local development council is $400,000. And what does that, I mean, is that something that we'll manage, or is it just allocated for the council?
Very good question. So, to my understanding, initially The funding is broken up so that it can cover the respective pockets that the state requires. However, there is going to be a portion of funding that the LDC will be able to directly have, autonomy over, in reference to we manage that with, in-house. So the other money, we can't tell the county how to spend, the large portion of this, but that 400 and something odd dollar, $400,000, we will be able to directly, as a body, direct those fundings.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And is there anything else, any other, new news, anything good for the order? I know we're leaving here probably with a lot more questions than what we came with. But trust me, in this process, Ms. Carey and the rest of the members of the county executive staff, they've been very helpful with bringing us up to speed. And we are behind the eight ball a little bit, kind of time-wise, but I'm sure that everyone on here, as we work together, will be more than capable to turn this thing around, to meet deadlines, but also to make sure that we're cleaning this up so that it can continue to run, so that it can run as a well-oiled machine moving forward. Fair enough. Well, before Ms. Carey, do you have anything else? Anyone from the county council's office or the county executive office have any other feedback? And also, I will turn the floor over to Delegate Woods. So if she have anything on the state level to share with us prior to us leaving.
Did you want me to go now?
Yes, please. Go right
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. Good evening again, everyone. Actually, the legislative session had just began on last week, and so we have not really moved any legislation to the session floor at this point. I can tell you there are a lot of things going on, and keep your ear out because some big things are going to be taking place. And so we ask you to please stay tuned with what's going on in Annapolis, particularly because a lot of it will be impacting Prince George's County. That's all I have, Chairman Wade. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you for your hard work and representation, representing us in Annapolis. And I know you're going to be fighting to bring more resources back. So thank you for that. Anyone else from on the county level? Any other input, Ms. Carey? Anyone? Okay. All right. Well, if that is all the business, we are still covered in the prayer that we open with. May God continue to keep us and our families in the work that we're doing. So everyone, if there's nothing else, I'm going to adjourn. Actually, you know what, Councilman Grant, I just want to say one quick thing. I called you councilman because we're serving on the council. Amen. And we ain't that Cecil County who come meet once every 10 years. All right. So with that being said, thank you all for showing up, and thank you for the work that we're going to get done together. So I'm going to call the meeting. We're going to adjourn at 8:14, January 21st, 2026.
It's 8:05.
Say again, ma'am.
It's 8:06 p.m. now.
Oh, thank you. 8:06. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. But thank you all so much. God bless you, and go in peace.
Everyone have a great evening. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.